Live electricity wires are always near, and coming close to them can be dangerous. So always ask yourself, are you sure it's safe? Look out for electricity wires above and below you. If in doubt, call us on 1-800-372-999. It might just save your life. ESB Networks. Stay safe and stay clear of electricity wires.
Hey, it's Kim Komando Today, your daily podcast to keep you up to date with all things digital and beyond. And I'd love to have you be a part of our podcast. You can make an appointment to speak with me. Just head over to komando.com, and on the top right, there's a button that says Email Kim. Fill that out, and that's it. La 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 la. La 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 la.
La 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 la. Is that song? Loving you is easy. Is that what you're singing? Why are you singing that?
Because Barry sings that to me every day.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Do you know who sings that?
No.
Okay.
I don't really like the song either, I have to tell you. Especially when they go into that whole...
That's the whole part.
I know. It's just so annoying.
So I'm pretty sure that, Saturday Night Live, the actress Maya Rudolph, I believe her mom is the one who sings that song.
Yeah.
And I don't absolutely know her name.
Okay.
But I think it's Minnie Riperton. Okay. And I don't know where that name came from.
How did you come up with that?
I don't know.
Minnie Riperton.
Let me check. Hey, Google. What's the name of that song?
It works. Play, sing, or hum a song.
Okay. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Stop it.
Okay.
See what it says.
Who is it?
Boom. Minnie Riperton. Right there.
Oh.
Loving you. Okay. Minnie Riperton.
Okay. Now, this is like a fun fact I'm never going to use the rest of my life.
What do you mean? That was totally used. We just used it. Now, you'll be in a bar in like 3 years and someone will start humming it and you're like, who sings that? Minnie Riperton. You know who her daughter is? Maya Rudolph. You're going to look like a genius.
They're going to say, oh, how did you get ever so smart, Kim Komando?
Not only do you know technology, you know pop culture as well.
Minnie, what's her name again?
Riperton.
Minnie Riperton. I never liked the song. Okay.
I like the heart.
Oh, I can't. I think that's the worst part of the song ever. Is that don't do that again.
Okay. Well.
And especially when you have that look on your face, like it's like looks like you're having a bad bowel movement.
All bowel movements are good ones, especially when you're singing Minnie Riperton.
Barry asked me. He said, I don't know why he asked me this other day. He said, when you go to the toilet, do you look down on the toilet afterwards? Do you?
Sometimes. I mean, sometimes you're doing a little health checkup. You're like, that didn't feel like it should felt. Let me see what's happening down there. Do you?
Oh yeah, it's like I want to see my accomplishment. I mean, and let me tell you, they're beautiful.
I don't see it as an accomplishment. I'm looking for the disaster ones. The normal ones I'm good with. They can just go. Have you ever had one where you look down and there's nothing there? It's gone. You're like, where did it go? I knew it was there. I know it was there, but it's now completely gone.
You know what? That happened to me.
That's called a ghost. That's called a ghost poop.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I know it went. Okay,
but it's gone.
It go? I don't know where it went.
It's just a single piece of toilet paper spinning in the water with nothing else.
I know. It's just... It's a
welcome to Kim Komando Today.
Oh my gosh! On that happy note, welcome is right because we are your fun podcast.
Right. What other podcast is going to start out with Minnie Riperton and poop? None. I guarantee you, none.
I don't know if this is going to bring them in. I mean, we're close. The 100,000.
3,500 people away.
I know.
If you have 3,500 friends, do us a favor. Have them all go to Kim Komando on YouTube.
If you have one friend.
Well,
okay, we don't care.
If we could get it out in one chunk, that would be nice. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We do this show every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you're subscribed, you get that little notification. It tells you when we go live. It tells you when we drop new videos, when we drop new shorts. It's only to benefit you. And in the end, benefit us when we hit 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, because I get that plaque.
Yes.
Want that.
Interesting you say I.
I.
It's a team effort. There's a whole team here.
I'm sorry. I'm
get
still
that
sitting on the
plaque.
toilet by myself.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm getting off.
That's where you're going to put the plaque. You're going to put it right there in the toilet so you can see it every single time.
You know what? And when at my mother's house years ago, where her toilet was, when you were sitting there, you looked out the doorway and you saw a picture of my sister.
Was that strategic or just a coincidence?
That's why I always thought it was strategic. Hey, don't forget to enter to win the brand new iPhone 16 Pro. That's right, with Apple Intelligence baked right in. You want to go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. No purchase required, winfromkim.com. All right, what do you have coming up?
We have a story where a guy, his partner, threw something very, very important away, and he wants to search for it, and the city will not let him.
Really?
Very important.
Really important?
Really important.
I mean, when's the last time you threw something away and you were like, oh, God, I got to go through the
I didn't tell you this story?
No.
I was going to save it for the segment.
Okay, save it for the
All
segment.
right, I'll save it.
Save it for that. Because I have, here are the top things that you need to know about tech that's happening right now. First one, Gmail. It's really frightening, is that you're going to get in your Gmail account an account recovery request.
Okay.
And it looks totally legit.
Of course.
Okay. And then when you click the link, guess what? They want you to change your password, and then they have full access to your Gmail. And that used to be like where the whole scams would stop.
Okay.
Okay. Now you get a phone call and says, "Hey, we just sent you a Google account recovery. You didn't click that link for us, and we think that there are hackers in your account. So I'm going to send you a new one." And I want you to click that because I'm from Google and I am here to help you.
So this is like a real-time scam. It's like real-time phishing,
Yes.
not just send it out there in the middle of the night and fish.
Exactly. So if you get that in your email, you can ignore it. If you get a phone call, ignore it. And these are this is a type of scam that, somebody who's not really tech savvy, somebody who's older, they're probably going to fall for it.
Yeah, it's going to affect the elderly.
Yeah. So make sure that you warn the older adults.
Because they're going to think, you sent me an email, you have access to my email, you know my email address,
Exactly.
you know my phone number, you know who I am, I can trust you.
Exactly.
That sucks.
This next story is hard to really talk about, but I want to talk about it because it's about a dad and a 14-year-old girl.
Okay.
And an Arkansas father is facing first-degree murder charges after shooting a man he found in a truck with his missing 14-year-old daughter.
Okay.
The guy is about 60 years old, a former Indiana police chief who has a history of internet stalking and sexual assault against minors. So, and the dad had a restraining order out against the guy.
So he was known. It was known that
Do
this
not
guy...
contact.
Yes, okay.
And then his daughter goes missing. Somebody that apparently she met on the internet. This 60-plus-year-old pedophile, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the father shoots him dead. And so now the internet's all torn up about that. Okay. Is he justified? Is he not justified? The parents went out on GoFundMe because now they have all these legal charges. And GoFundMe says you're not allowed on the platform because it's
Correct.
It's a crime.
It's a murder.
Yes, it's a crime. What do you think?
Morally, obviously, he's justified, right? In your heart, he's justified. And as a parent, I would have that same exact emotion. I don't think I would follow through with the same action because obviously his daughter is now going to be without a father if he gets convicted and he goes to jail. That's a double penalty for her. Legally, he's not justified. You can't just go shoot someone because you think they're doing bad things to your daughter. You can't.
But I mean, they're going to have a long road ahead.
Absolutely.
I mean,
but
long road.
I used to actually get in this argument. I produced a show on a news talk radio station, and the host always would come out and say, if you did this to my family, I would go and do things like that, violent crimes. And there's no win to it. In the moment you feel justified, but the rest of your life, your daughter's life, your entire family's life is turned upside down.
I understand that they take pedophiles pretty seriously in prisons.
Yeah.
I mean, they are really bad.
We have a justice system for this.
Yes, we do.
Go out there and restrain them, call the police, and hope the justice system is on your side.
Yeah, so they're trying to raise money now using any kind of way that they can.
Yeah.
It's just nuts. Apple's Vision Pro
Yeah, they're releasing a $2,000 version. Wow. Where can I get 10?
I know. It's like, what is that?
They tout it as some sort of huge win that it's still only $2,000.
Yeah, well, the last one was $3,500. Plus, you had to get the case and all that other crap.
But you can go get a MetaQuest for $500 if you want to experience AI. The technology is going to be somewhat similar, obviously not the same. But you got to be an Apple fanboy to want to justify a $2,000 price tag.
Well, and here's the deal: is that in September, only 10 new apps were released for the Apple Vision Pro.
10?
That's it.
Oh, I thought it was a low number.
Okay.
That's not enough.
So it's not going to have any content.
No. It didn't have it. That was a big problem with people's complaints before, is that there wasn't enough stuff to do with it.
Remember like 3D TV?
Yeah.
The only thing that was like Monsters, Inc.
Even 4K. When 4K launched, they made a huge deal of it. Oh, we got one channel.
Yes.
Some nature show that we put on repeat all day.
And David Attenborough and the cheetahs moving.
Now, did you get one? Did you end up getting one?
What?
The Apple Vision?
No.
Not even to test it out?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I blow enough money on Apple products.
But it's also, too, it's not enough to even relate because there's not enough users out there.
Yeah. And, and now somebody's saying, well, Kim, you get all that Apple gear for free because they're a sponsor. I wish they were a sponsor.
They don't even have to be a sponsor.
Okay.
Just send the stuff.
Yes. If anybody's listening, Cupertino, just drop ship it. Okay.
We have 100,000-ish followers.
And we've got a lot more people listen on radio, too.
You don't have to do that.
6.3 million every week.
Every time you don't have to do that.
Okay, I'm just saying, you're on one station. When you're in the grocery store and there's a gal or guy, the checkout person, and they're standing there and you're not quite sure.
Hold on. You still go to the checkout person?
I go to self-checkout.
Right. You're the checkout person.
Yes, but no, I only go to the self-checkout if I have like 3 or 4 different things.
I tried to go to the person 2 days ago, and they took me by my cart. They grabbed my cart and pulled me over to the self-checkout.
Did they really?
Yeah. They said you only have 4 things. There's no reason for you to get in line there.
Oh, see, if I have 4 or 5 things, then I do just do.
But a full cart.
How come you didn't do the self-checkout with the 4 or 5 things?
I don't know, because it was there. It was the closest thing. I just, 10 o'clock at night at a grocery store. I'm just going to where the lights are on. I was like a moth.
I like when you're standing there and like they're like looking at you and like their light is on and then you say, "Are you open?" And they go, "No."
No, of course not.
I'm like, then what are you standing there for? The light on.
I interrupted. Go ahead with your story.
Well, the reason why I bring this up is that if you go to the new Sam's Club in Dallas, they have no checkout lanes at all. They're all using the Scan and Go app.
Okay.
And so basically you just go all around Sam's Club, fill up that cart, which is kind of like going to Costco, which you have like tons of stuff, even though you only came in for toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
all I need is water and chicken and toilet paper. Nah, I'll buy a patio furniture.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I need that too.
I did the other day. I went to Costco and I was like, I need a new Vitamixer.
Of course.
Because they were making soup. And I thought, I could make fresh broccoli soup.
How much soup have you made since you bought the Vitamix?
It was too hot. It's too hot for soup. Okay. So anyway, that's in Dallas. And if it keeps working, you're gonna spread it out.
Now, is this real? Because remember when Amazon did this, they just had people watching through cameras in India counting the things in your cart. Is this legitimate? Is this real technology?
I don't know. We should go.
I think it's great.
I think it happens.
Wouldn't it get rid of all theft?
Maybe. I'm not really sure. I mean, because you still have. Well, you remember at Sam's Club and Costco, it's always big items,
right?
And then they always if you're buying like one little thing of face cream, they put it in like this big thing, and then it's all like, even when you get it home, you're like, I gotta get this out of here.
I had to buy scissors to open my face cream.
I know, it's so annoying.
But theoretically, though, if there are sensors watching you, even if you're putting something in your pocket, it's going to sense that you are acquiring that item.
100%.
This could get rid of theft if they can legitimately figure out the technology.
If they could.
And then that would lower prices.
Well, we're going to be talking about Elon's robots in just a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say Ian's going to be joining us.
I won't ruin it.
And finally, this bird nerds. That's what they're calling themselves.
Birds nerds?
Bird nerds.
It rhymes. I'm into
Bird nerds. These are people who, they like they are really like looking for like that unique bird.
Okay.
And so and they're using the app like Merlin.
Mm-hmm.
So this way you can take a picture of a bird. It tells you exactly what the bird is. And then you can like listen to the sound of the bird, and then it will tell you what the bird is. And then like if you have like a really good bird
opposed to a bad bird,
that you can say, the bird in my yard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because then all of a sudden you have like crap with all the bird people.
Right.
Because they're like,
it's like a social media mixed with bird finding.
Yes. So the reason why I bring that up is that if you spot a rare bird, is that you might not want to put it like on social media or on the post. Like this one woman, she's like, I don't even know what kind of bird it was. So she's like, oh my God, this must be like this rare bird. Okay. So she takes a picture of it, records it, puts on social media, like within an hour, 700 people
right.
at her front door.
So they can see her pink-headed cockatoo.
It's like, we got to go now. We got to go now.
So I actually was listening to someone talk about this story a couple of days ago. And then they brought up an anecdote that there used to be a bird watching competition where people would all get together and go out and and it was all based on the honor system.
What do you mean?
It was the honor system. You just went out, there's no pictures. You didn't take it.
Oh my gosh.
You just wrote down, I saw a finch. There it is. It's a whole competition based on the honor system. You would cheat so much. You'd be like, I saw a 7.5 foot tall flamingo in downtown New York City.
I did, because after all, no single bird can defeat me, but two can.
You knew a joke was coming. She was pointing. That was the punchline point she was doing.
No, it was not.
It absolutely was.
I'm not ghosting you. As the weather turns cooler, I am really looking forward to spending more time outside on my patio while wearing a cozy sweater from Quince. Quince is known for their Mongolian cashmere sweaters priced at just $50. And it's not just that. All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. That includes beautiful leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim, and so much more. Quince only works with factories that are safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. And of course, premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel in every piece. My favorites that I will be living in this fall are the flow knit wide leg pants and matching hoodie. Now it's your turn to get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/Kim for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Kim to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Kim. It's Kim Komando today. It's your great podcast about all things digital and then some. If you are listening to the audio version, we love you for that. Thank you so much. Our numbers on the audio podcast are going up. We always need that.
Absolutely.
Just want to remind you that you can also watch the podcast by going to youtube.com/Kim Komando. youtube.com/Kim Komando. And we're on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And it's just a great show. So you want to make sure that you also hit that subscribe button.
There it is. That's the key word. Now the
it?
subscribe button on the YouTube video just says lighten up.
Womp, womp, womp,
Just
womp,
hit it.
womp, womp.
It's not hard. It's right there.
Okay, so I forget what Barry threw away, but I think it was his glasses or something like that. And so I'm like, what are you going through the trash for?
Inside trash or outside trash?
Outside trash.
The big one.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it was like already bagged up in the bin. And it was like, he was leaning in and...
Did he find them at least?
Yes. he
All
did.
that work paid off?
Yes. And I said, next time it's like Walgreens. They're like $3. I mean, it's okay.
I was on a second date recently and went to the restaurant. Now, previously in the day, I went and got my kids Chick-fil-A or McDonald's because they wanted me to eat lunch with them. And I brought them chicken nuggets. And then I went on a date. It was like a lunchtime date at a restaurant. And we're sitting there, we're having a good time, we're talking. And then the bill comes and I pull out my wallet and my cards aren't there. And I'm like,
wait, your credit cards are not in there?
Correct.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, where's my card? And I immediately, without even communicating, I got up and went and started searching my car. And it's nowhere in my car. So I go back inside and I'm like, I think I threw it away when I cleaned out all the garbage from my car at the drive-thru after getting my kids chicken nuggets. And she's like, well, what do you want to do? And she had already paid while I was searching through my car, which I felt horrible about.
You probably did that on That's a good shtick,
No, wait, no, don't even.
Oh my gosh, I guess I threw away my credit cards. I can't pay.
And I was like, I don't want anyone to steal this. I'm wondering if I dropped it outside, whatever. I want to go. And she's like, well, I'll go with you. So we get in my car and we drive over. It's just right down the street to the drive-through. And I'm like kind of daintily trying not to get dirty. It's a second date, digging through the garbage can outside of the restaurant.
Ew.
And she's waiting in the car. And then she's watching me, thinking I'm pathetic.
Not a good look.
Comes over, takes the lid off the can, grabs the bag, pours it out on the ground, and just starts.
She did this?
She did this.
She did
Second date.
Second date?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And she's like, this is not in here. You didn't throw it away in here. And I'm like, well, maybe it's in that bag. And I'm standing here directing as she's doing all the dirty work.
Gosh. She's a keeper.
She is. I'm still with her. And so we did this. This was our second date. We ended up going and hanging out for the rest of the day. It was great.
And she kept paying for everything.
No, I got another card from my house. Okay. I paid for things. But there's a guy in England and he is suing the city.
Wait, did you find your cards?
No. No idea where they went.
You have no idea where the credit cards
No.
went?
And this is like the 7th time I've lost them this year. Not an exaggeration.
Okay. There's something else going on. Maybe there's there's.
No, I'm just an idiot. There's no conspiracy. I just am absent-minded.
And you just randomly leave them places? Your credit cards?
Everywhere.
Like your driver's license?
Once I left it in the machine, at the grocery store. You put your chip in. I just left it there. I came back like a half hour later. I was like, here you go.
You know what? If anybody needs like Apple Pay or Google Pay, it's you.
It is. I'm the worst.
It is.
But this guy in England is suing his city because he has submitted a request, and he's submitted it multiple times, that he needs to search 100,000 square feet of a local landfill.
Oh, I know this guy. I know this story.
To find.
He's been doing this a long time.
A long time. And they keep denying him. And he wants to find a hard drive that his partner threw away.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the hard drive contains $500 million worth of Bitcoin.
Okay. It's ridiculous. Okay. It is crazy. I mean, I've been following this guy for years. I mean, I think this goes back like 10 years. I've been following this guy. I tried to get him on the show a few times.
And he's even offering the city 10% if they allow him to search it. And he's going to fund it. He's going to fund the search.
Oh, and then he's got people that are also invested in this. Mm-hmm. And because he knows the precise day and time that he threw it away.
Right.
Okay. So he can pinpoint in that landfill where that hard drive worth $500 million.
And that technology works. That algorithm that they're using works. There's a documentary about this E.T. video game. Are you familiar with this? So Nintendo, they got a contract to make a video game for E.T. They had just come off success from one of their earlier Super Mario.
They threw away New Mexico or something?
Exactly. Okay, right. And the game was so bad that they just wanted it banished from Earth. So they put it in a landfill in New Mexico. And this guy got obsessed with finding it. And they found it. They found a treasure trove of these E.T. video games in a landfill. So he could literally find it. This is not impossible. And he is now suing the city because they won't allow him to do it for $647 million because he's like telling them, you're not letting me get access. And he's offering 10%.
Yes.
He's offering the city $50 million.
And a data recovery company is also has said, he's got them on the hook.
Right.
That they get a piece of the action.
And they said that even if the hard drive has been damaged, there's an 80% chance that they can get the wallet off of the hard drive and recover the 8,000 Bitcoin or $500 million worth of Bitcoin.
So here's what we could do.
Okay. Kim Komando trying to tie herself into this. What a surprise.
I could call the city.
Right.
Explain to them that I'm the digital goddess.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they ought to do this. And then I could take a piece of the action.
You don't think he's tried that with other people?
He's never contacted me.
When you reached out to him, why wouldn't he come on the show?
I just, maybe we had the wrong address. Hey, Maddie,
okay.
You know what? If anybody can find anybody.
Oh, it's Maddie. Absolutely.
It's Maddini. I mean, not like Houdini, Maddini. And so maybe let's try to get him.
We should. Now, are you only going to bring him on the show so he can tell his story or so you can pitch him so you get a piece of the action? I know the answer. What percentage are you looking for?
Well, he's willing to give the city 10%.
Right.
Without me, the city wouldn't do it.
I don't know if the city's going to do it with you.
If anybody can, like I
It's
said,
another country.
That's right. So what? They speak English, so do I. I can't go over there. I can say, listen.
Are you going to do a British accent?
No.
Trying to fit in?
Well, hello, darling. Here's the deal. Maybe you're not considering how the city could benefit.
She's the digital goddess. She is. I think it's worth a shot. Why not?
Okay, I'll do it.
3%?
Please, I'm worth more than that.
5%?
I'll do it for 7.
What's that? I don't want to do the math right now. It's like $35 million.
I'll take it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. As the weather turns cooler, I am really looking forward to spending more time outside on my patio while wearing a cozy sweater from Quince. Quince is known for their Mongolian cashmere sweaters priced at just $50. And it's not just that. All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. That includes beautiful leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim, and so much more. Quince only works with factories that are safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. And of course, premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel in every piece. My favorites that I will be living in this fall are the Flow Knit wide leg pants and matching hoodie. Now it's your turn to get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/Kim for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Kim to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Kim. It's Kim Komando today, and let me tell you, in case you're looking for the Kim Komando show, and I know so many of you all the time are looking for the show, is that wherever you get your podcast, just search for Komando with a K, of course. And that's the big show that is different than here, because on the Kim Komando show, that's where we have like a lot of news and tips, and of course, all of the great calls that you've come to expect from the nation's #1 award-winning, the biggest show, the best show. Right, Andrew?
Yep. It's the best you're getting from me today.
Why?
Because I'm tired of hearing you run down this podcast.
I love this podcast.
I know you do. So treat it with the respect it deserves.
Okay. Yeah. Don't listen to the Kim Komando show.
There we go.
We don't want you to do that. I mean, if you want to be dumb, don't listen to the show.
But you're right. It's two totally different products.
It is.
The Kim Komando show and the podcast are totally different. You can listen to both.
You can.
I mean, what's it, sort of, 6 hours a week? You got 6 hours a week.
I don't think it's that quite that much, because I would get tired of listening to me for 6 hours a week. Although my son would not.
Of course.
I listen to her for 30 hours a week or maybe more. So
don't sound so excited about it.
I think everyone can take a 6-hour break. I'm telling you.
Okay. Of course, Ian is here joining us to give us, what Gen Z thinks about what's happening in the world, right?
Didn't you name this segment?
Gen Z Made Easy.
That's right.
That's what I'm here for, to make things easy.
That's right. We like to make things easy.
Yeah.
Gen Z Made Easy. So what's going on?
What's going on is the Cybercab.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Elon Musk's whole line of iRobot Terminator things that are going to kill us eventually one day.
Yes.
So Tesla, or is it Tesla, officially Tesla made this announcement, or is it a separate company?
No, this is Tesla.
Tesla announced they're doing the Cybercab, and then there was Cyberbus. Is that what the big one's called?
Is it? I think it's the Robovan.
Okay, and then the robots, and those are all coming within the next 2 years, right?
Exciting.
They say so, yeah, but I don't know. Based on
Elon Musk has never missed a deadline. I don't know why you can't trust him.
Yeah,
He said, I don't think he's made it. Cybertruck, people were waiting for that thing for like 10 years.
that's the issue. Yeah, and that supercar that he's coming out with, no one knows what's happening with that. But as far as these robots go, I know I was excited. I was watching the clips, and they sounded very human.
Yeah,
they did. They sounded like just the three of us talking right here. And I know. My mom was interested in purchasing one.
Yeah.
I would love to have
a little bartender there. Bring you a vodka soda.
Exactly. A vodka
end of a hard day. Yeah.
And
why
then
not?
Making dinner.
Yeah.
Doing the laundry.
Cleaning.
Oh,
everything.
Carrying you up to bed.
Yes.
And gently setting you down so you go to sleep.
Yes. Yes, here she is. Picking up after Barry leaves crap all over. Just picking up, following him all over. I mean, just with a bin. That's all he needs.
That's all he needs, really.
Yes, but
we were excited about this robot.
Sure, it's
we
cool
were talking
technology.
about it over the weekend, and it turned out that the voices that you were hearing that sounded very human, well, it turned out they were human voices.
That's why.
It was people backstage that were controlling the robot and speaking through the robot.
Do we have a clip of that?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. What's your name, sir?
John.
John, pleasure to meet you, John.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Hi. Would you like to cook your chocolate, sir?
Yes, I would.
Which one would you prefer, sir?
What flavors do you have?
Ooh, this is sugar, this is chocolate, vanilla, and dark chocolate.
I'll do chocolate.
Right on. Can we go on with chocolate?
Okay, that is definitely a human.
Not even trying.
No,
Not
right
even
on.
trying to make it
Doesn't
look
even
like a
sound
robot.
slightly robotic at all.
So now, just so I know, the robot real, the voice fake.
The robot was actually being controlled as well. So he wasn't doing his own kind of movements based on the whole interaction itself. But the voice, it was most definitely fake.
100% not real. Well, I guess that makes sense. This is the potential of what it could be. Because if it was ready, if it was functional, they'd be in the store shelves right now.
I feel like I got scammed.
Oh, absolutely, you got scammed.
I mean, I was really super excited. Like, oh wow, this is gonna be great. And
You've always wanted a little butler that could come around and do things.
That's why she had children.
Yeah, that's I'm telling you, I had to move out of there quick. So,
but that's not all that came from this. The director of the film iRobot,
it looks exactly.
Did you see this?
Yes, yeah.
He tweeted to Elon Musk saying, "Hey, I'd like all my designs back," and then it posted a picture of the robots, the cyber bus, and the cab against all of the imagery from the movie iRobot. Exactly the same.
Is it?
Almost, especially the big one. Again, I can't remember what it was called.
The van, the bus.
RoboVan, whatever it is. 100% exactly the same design.
Even the cyber cab looked like they had an Audi R8 promo car for the movie iRobot, and it looks exactly the same. The wheels, the way the doors go up.
There's a complete ripoff.
That's sad.
So not only is it fake, it's a ripoff. Twofer.
That's horrible. Well,
is that why the company's value went down like $60 billion?
Well, it went down 8% because what the stockholders say, they didn't know about any of this, but the shareholders, what they said is that, Elon Musk, you're having trouble like delivering what we need you to deliver now for us to make money. Okay. So now, but you're taking all this R&D and you're spending money on future stuff that you say is going to be here in 2 years, but it's never going to be here in 2 years.
Not a chance.
No.
And the stuff that was supposed to be here last year isn't even here.
What was that stuff?
The cheaper car, the cheaper Tesla.
No, I think he stopped that.
Oh, he just ended it. Okay.
No, back in May, he said, there's a $20,000 Tesla.
You don't miss a deadline if you cancel the deadline. That's good
smart.
business.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing that in the office now.
I can't be late for the meeting. I canceled the meeting.
Exactly.
I'm not selling. I canceled that contract.
You can't fire me. I quit.
So now, what is your generation think of Elon Musk?
They kind of think that he's a little bit of a weirdo. And it's funny because Mark Zuckerberg was seen as the ultimate weird billionaire before. Nerdy guy, doesn't know how to socialize. He's always wearing the same outfit every day. And he's always, when he was up front of Congress, he looked like a robot. He looked like iRobot is what he looked like.
He looked like Data.
Yeah, he did. But now he's kind of seen as the cool billionaire. He's got some curls going on.
Sure.
He's buying
Jiu-jitsu.
some cars. He's doing jujitsu. He's into watches now.
He just, with his wife.
And,
Did you hear about the car? He got his wife. Here, tell him about the car.
They bought a Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, which is the fastest SUV you can buy.
Okay.
Very nice car.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah. This is $200,000. So it's a very nice car. And they had West Coast Customs convert it into a minivan. So it's almost like a stretch limousine version of the car.
It's a stretch Porsche.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was pretty cool. He got a lot of support for that, actually.
Who is the coolest billionaire of all the billionaires?
I'd probably go Larry Ellison. I'd like to have my own island, in Hawaii. Not a weird island,
Yeah, I was
of
gonna
course.
say.
Not like that.
Islands come with reputations
Not
sometimes.
like that. No. But just kind
Not
of
a weird island.
No, and we don't need to get more into that. What that means, I think everyone might have a general sense. But I'd have an island in Hawaii. That'd
Can
be
I
pretty
be there
cool.
on the island?
You could be there.
On one side of the island.
Yeah.
She's over there.
Yeah, you could take the far left side. I'll have all the rest. So
And put a fence right down
please, yeah, no cross zone.
I'll buzz you.
I know.
Ian,
No, I know. I'm telling you.
Ian, open the gate.
I'm telling you, I can't get away. No matter what I do.
As the weather turns cooler, I am really looking forward to spending more time outside on my patio while wearing a cozy sweater from Quince. Quince is known for their Mongolian cashmere sweaters priced at just $50. And it's not just that. All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. That includes beautiful leather jackets, cotton cardigans, soft denim, and so much more. Quince only works with factories that are safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. And of course, premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel in every piece. My favorites that I will be living in this fall are the flow knit wide leg pants and matching hoodie. Now it's your turn to get cozy in Quince's high quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/Kim for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Kim to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Kim. It's Kim Komando today. We are so glad that you're here joining us. And just a couple of things. Number one, hit that subscribe button because we are this close to getting 100,000 subscribers. And also don't forget to enter to win that brand new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. I know it's not Kim Intelligence, but it's Apple Intelligence. Go to winfromkim.com, winfromkim.com. So this next week, I have to be in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, we were talking before, and you both said you're not allowed to be here.
I'm not allowed to
We're
be
not
here.
allowed to be here.
I don't understand. What is going on?
Well, for 6 years I built a house.
Mm-hmm.
You've been there.
Yes.
It's a nice house.
Yeah. It looks like it took 6 years to build.
It did. I mean,
It's a compound.
I don't know if it's a compound, but
It has a name. Not many people name their home. I'm going home. Where are you going? I'm going to Phoenix One or whatever you called it.
okay, it has a name.
It does have a name.
Right.
Phoenix
Yeah.
One. Phoenix
That's a
One.
compound.
Yeah, and it's a lovely home.
It's beautiful.
It's an amazing. I mean,
This is the conversation. I know we've talked about this in the podcast. I went to the Christmas party at your mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking to Ian here, Kim.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I brought
I'll
my
just sit
children. Francis is 10. Eloise is 6. We go. They are. I said in the car, I was like, "You're going to show up to the house. It's very impressive, but don't embarrass yourself. Don't say, oh my god." Just say, "I have a very lovely home," and then carry on, and we'll talk about it in the car on the drive home. We walk in. First thing I said is, "Oh my god, look at this place!" I went against everything I told them.
You did. I remember. You're
That's
like,
hilarious.
holy crap! What is this?
They have a movie theater. So
It's a screening room, by the way.
I just learned that myself. I'd been calling it a movie theater the whole time.
So afterwards, we get in the car, and my daughter goes, "That house is amazing. It's the most amazing building I've ever been in." That was her quote. And I said, "I know, it's gorgeous." And then she says, "And they work in radio?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "You work in radio? Our house is crap compared to that house."
And she's 6.
Yes. And
That
she's
is
dead
crazy.
on. Okay, so why aren't you allowed to be here? You built this house and you're not allowed to live in it?
Well, we have to leave for about a week and a half.
Why?
Because the home automation, the smart system
Yes.
in the home, has taken over,
What happened?
meaning that the shades go up and down whenever they want to.
Okay.
The lights go on and off whenever they want to.
Really?
Temperatures go up and down whenever they want to. It's like the smart home is like, it's like the neurons in its brain are going like bing, bing.
Is this what everybody fears when it comes to AI?
Yeah, we should. Okay. So here's what happened. In the old, we have to backtrack.
Okay.
In the old house, you remember the old house? Is that not that it was old, but I mean, yeah, it was old. Okay, the old house. is that we had a system from Crestron that never worked.
Okay.
And so I talked about it on the air, how it never worked. So I made friends with the people at Crestron because they flew out all the engineers to make it work, but they could never really make it work.
Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, and you mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, you have 918 unique Wi-Fi
connected devices in the new house.
Yes.
In the new house.
918.
Yes.
Which I believe is the same as the entire country of Guatemala.
Okay.
I think I have about 5, 6, maybe. So
Okay, we have 918 smart devices in the house.
It's insane.
Okay. So 2 years ago, I met with Crestron, and I said, listen, it didn't work in the old house. Is it going to work in the new house? Yes.
Of course. Well, they want to sell you something.
Okay. So now we've been in the house, and, I asked for just like basic things. Like, can I program the shades to go up in the morning and down at night?
That is very basic. I mean, that's what a smart shade is supposed to do.
Not so much.
No.
Okay. Can I turn on the lights on a certain mood at like 9 o'clock automatically and like turn off certain lights, turn on other lights?
I have Google Home. I can do this.
No. Can't really do that. Okay. Can I set the temperature to be like, Ian knows me. I drive the whole world crazy in the house. Is that, when I leave the house, it should go to 78. But before I come home, I want it to back down to 72.
Okay.
if any room is not being used for more than 15 minutes, it should be 80 degrees or higher.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you have 37 air conditioners connected to this house?
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To save money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's her entire goal here. So
It's got to save money.
Yeah.
Yes,
Spend
of
an
course.
entire GDP on AC so we can save money.
That's a whole nother story.
I know.
That's
Sorry.
a whole nother, so now, and so we have this big meeting with Crestron about a month ago. And I said to William, that's his name, and he's very nice, man. And I said, listen, you assured me it was going to work 2 years ago. You assured me it was going to work in the old house. And here I am in this super duper house that has a name and it doesn't work. And I said, and I am the digital goddess.
Right.
This is a bad look for me. Okay. I mean, how can this happen? And then he says, well, not our fault. It was the project manager's fault because he said that you didn't want to buy Crestron home, that you knew you wanted your own unique homegrown system. I'm like, I never go for custom.
Right.
No, you never want a custom. Never. Because then every time you want to change something, you got to call somebody to program it and all this other crap. And then it never works. And then Apple updates its operating system. Google updates Android. And then that custom app just takes a crap and doesn't do what you need it to do. So I said, but how can we do this? And he says, well, the problem with Crestron Home is that it only works with 600 devices. And you have 918.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
The fact that they probably sat in a boardroom and went, well, what's an amount no one will ever reach? And some IT guy's like, I don't know, like 600? Yeah, let's cap it at 600. Just no one will ever reach that. I'd like to introduce you to Kim Commando.
Okay. So now what they're going to do is put in 2 Crestron Home systems.
Okay.
And so that gives me up to 1,200 devices.
Oh, no. You got room to grow.
We're good for another year.
Yeah, month.
Yeah, month. Yeah.
Wait till she plugs the Christmas tree in.
Oh, it's gone. Yeah.
And so in order to do that, now here's another fun fact, is that inside the house, we have 5 miles. 5 miles of Cat 6 cable. Think about that.
I am.
How far that is.
It's like 5 miles.
But I mean, just picture you walking 5 miles.
Right.
And I have all that cable inside my house.
So they have to like tear walls off and...
They've got to take off panels, put new things in, reprogram the whole system. And they said basically that for, 7 days. Well, first they wanted 3 weeks. And I looked down and said, don't you people work on Saturday and Sunday? I mean, come on. Okay.
People love to be called you people.
So, well, it hasn't always been a fun time for me.
That's true.
Okay. Because even the swimming pool goes on and off whenever it wants to. I mean, it's just...
It's going rogue, the whole house.
Do
It has
you
a
have-
mind of its own.
Do you have proof that you said you wanted did they have proof that you said you wanted a custom app to run it and not using the home?
They don't, but they say that's what this project manager said.
Are you going to have to pay for this?
Some of it.
Okay. All right.
And then some of it goes back. Okay. So now I'm going through the bill.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Ian knows. I mean, you've been around me so much.
Gosh, yeah.
When I go through a bill, it's not just like, oh, okay. It's like, every line item.
Every is a deduction in money you're paying.
And so I get to restocking fee. I'm like, you have balls. I actually said that.
You people have balls.
I said, you are going to charge me a restocking fee to take back the stuff that doesn't work.
How much was the restocking fee?
It was $250.
That's a lot.
But I'm like, what is that? And they're like, oh, we'll absorb that.
Thank you.
Thanks. Really?
So kind.
And I'm like, oh, nice. Thank you for that. So yes.
Now, what are the odds you think when you get back, your home will actually be working the way you want it to?
50-50.
Think it's that low?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, first of all, they say it's going to take 7 days. Sure.
Yeah, there you go. See you in January 15th when they finally wrap it up.
And then Barry wanted to do it over Christmas. I'm like,
why?
Because like, we'll go somewhere over Christmas.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, no.
Well, no one's going to work during Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
And especially this year, I don't know if you realize that, but Christmas is on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
New Year's Day, of course, is then on a Wednesday. Okay, so what does that mean?
That means people are going to take Christmas Eve off because it's Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And they'll be back to work on the 3rd?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's a Friday. So we
Just go right.
might as well just push it to the 6th.
Yeah, that's it. So we will be doing, obviously, the podcast from Santa Barbara.
Well, I'm rooting for you. I hope this works.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it would be pretty bad for them if it doesn't.
I think so.
For them.
This program is a copyrighted production of Westar Multimedia Entertainment and protected by the copyright laws. Any rebroadcast or use of this program for commercial, business, economic, or financial purposes without the written permission of Westar Multimedia Entertainment is strictly prohibited.